is our 2024 annual market meeting. This one is specifically for farmers. If you're a food producer or an artisan, the second meeting that we're doing at 9 is really better tailored for you. This is really for our farmers and the team that support our farmers and our special guests. So welcome, you guys. We have a beautiful PowerPoint so that we can follow along, and I'm gonna share that. Let's see, where it is. Where's it? Where in the heck is it? All right, let's see.
There it is.
Can you guys see it?
Yes.
Awesome. Hi, Cathy. All right. Well, so that's the first things first. You guys, as I said, here we are. I'm so delighted to welcome you. And I'm going to first introduce Cathy Sloss-Jones, who's the founder and chair of the Market Board of Directors. Cathy, take it away.
Oh, so good morning, everybody. I'm so sorry we can't all be together this morning. I hope you've been able to stay warm. It's been a pretty tough week on everybody, I know. So as Leigh said, welcome to what is the beginning of our 25th year together. We're here with lots of our friends who have been with us from the beginning. Hannah and Lisa have put together a really thorough overview, and you'll hear from Frank and from Don Wambles, who's been with us all from the very beginning. Our board members are on the call today. So we have a lot of exciting things planned this year for all of us. And I think it's really my great pleasure to introduce Frank, who has been with us, really the inspiration for our market, has been with us since day one. He and Pardis have been stalwart members of the board. He's not missed, I don't think, one of these annual meetings. So we owe so much to Frank. And as a result, we are considered one of the most varietied market in the country. So, so Frank, I'm going to turn it over to you and welcome everybody. And so glad to be with you this morning.
You know what? I'm just going to take away the share so that we can actually, because we need to see each other until we don't need to see each other. So Frank, go ahead.
All right. Well, great. Well, thank you, Cathy and Leigh, and to all of you farmers. You know, I'm as a chef, you know, I'm the lucky one that really gets to take advantage and benefit from all of your hard work. And I so appreciate that. You know, for me, I get to see the people's eyes light up when serve them a roast butternut squash out of Bottega's wood-burning pizza oven with brown butter and pomegranate and some herbs. And when you taste that butternut that's been grown by somebody that cares about the food and the land and the flavor, you know, that's just really what excites me about what you do. Or it could be a kale tartine at Chef Frank that we bruise the kale with a little salt and with a cider vinegar, and we make a little farm egg salad and we make a tartine with that. And you know, right now the kale is so flavorful and so dense with nutrition. You can tell when you're eating food like that there's this energy and there's this excitement about the food and the flavors, and just those are the things that really excite me. You know, I was just saying that this morning a newsletter from Sequatchie Cove Farm, one of my favorite farms up near Chattanooga. And if you get a chance to explore, visit them, it's a fascinating explore of how they've got lots of livestock, they've got lots of laying hens. One of their stories, when I first visited there, they told me that they used to farm watermelons long ago in this area, and that they would there was a spring that came out the side of the mountain, and they kind of had it one up on everybody else because they would chill their watermelons by putting them in the spring water. So when you could come by and buy a watermelon, they were already chilled for you. But I just think that that's the kind of innovative farming that is really unique. And I think that, for farmers to put their stamp on what they do with their own innovative creativity. I think Alan Williams, I've talked to y'all about him before as a regenerative ag consultant from all over the world. And his whole thing is about building the health of the soil and the soil's ability to take water and not just have runoff. And so of course, I sound a little like a preacher talking about the regenerative ag movement, but it seems to me to be gaining strength, and it seems to be more and more people are realizing that you can farm effectively and you can feel really good about what you're doing. In fact, Cathy, I want to see if anybody would be interested in us trying to get him up to do a little a mini seminar. I know when I visited him in North Carolina, and you can see how the cover crops, the soil that has been using that is able to maintain when you do have these huge downpours. Instead of just running all off, it actually soaks down into the ground. So those are some of the things that excite me. And of course, I'm always going to be asking for, one of the things I was thinking about was, what if we had a contest to see who had the sweetest onion? Onions to me are one of the greatest things, one of the greatest ingredients. And I remember seeing my mom and Coleman and Dad, having a sandwich with, I'm not sure if it was mayonnaise or butter, but just a slice of a really sweet spring onion. They're, I'm not sure if it's a soil pH thing, if it's the variety of the onion, or exactly what it is. But we might have to have some mint for people's breath afterwards. But and the same thing with tomatoes, and the same thing with all the different varieties of carrots and beets and cabbage right now. I think a lot of farmers in Alabama have often just gone to the common varietal. And so I just really want us to encourage all the farmers to search out those heirloom or those varietals that have the special flavor. To me, it's the Fortic limas and the lady peas, and I think we could all learn from going from Rancho Gordo, as a source for growing beans. This guy's he's so smart and about working with different farmers all the way from California to South America, and he's kind of, from the way I understand it, he has helped farmers develop different varieties that are grown for their flavor. And so I just think that that's the magic that you as farmers have, is to have that unique varietal that has a stamp of flavor from your terroir, from your land. One of the other things that I still think we could do more of is forage. I remember one year I was able to buy a poke salad from a farmer from Coleman or Walker County, and similarly with watercress. Watercress is one of my favorite ingredients. And so I think that there are some interesting possibilities there. But I just want to really just say thank you so much, and the gratitude for all of us, for me as a citizen of Birmingham, to have Pepper Place Farmers Market. I feel so fortunate, and I really thank you very, very much.
Frank, can I just pitch in on one thing? I was on the phone yesterday with Lee Centel at the Alabama Department of Tourism. And Lee has a great announcement about all the activities for the year. But one I'll sneak in is that this will be the year of Alabama food. and largely inspired by our market. They have been very supportive of the work we've done, the work Don Wambles has done with all the markets all over the state, and really to celebrate the farmers. So it's going to be a pretty cool year. I love the idea of an onion tasting contest, because anything we can build in, this is not a Birmingham story, this is an Alabama story about our food system. So thanks for mentioning that. And then the only other thing I'll add is I listened to a podcast last night on pawpaws and how, so if anybody knows about pawpaws, I'm just kind of curious after listening to that.
Well, great. Well, thank you so much, Cathy. And Don, thank you for all you do. And I think the state of Alabama, you know, not to sound bad or anything, but you know, that they've got a good thing in the Pepper Place farmers market. And I think the state of Alabama needs to recognize that in even a bigger and bigger way.
Thanks, Frank. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Leigh?
Thank you. Thank you, Frank. I'm all for that. I think I'll talk about that in a little while, but you know, we are a nonprofit 501c3 market, and we don't really get support from you know, government groups per se, and you know, I wouldn't be opposed to that, depending on how much, if it doesn't.
Hey, Don.
Doesn't cramp our style. Don, so you know, we're going a little bit out of order, but I think that if Don Wambles is here from Montgomery, he's the head of the Farmers Market Authority with the Department of Ag, and is probably one of the biggest state level advocates for markets and farmers. You know, in one person, he does so much. So Don, would you like to jump in and give us a little update on the state of farming in Alabama?
Well, good morning, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here with you today. You know, I was thinking when, I can't remember if it was Lisa or Lee that sent me the first notice about this meeting several weeks ago. And I was thinking about, good gracious, you know, it's been a long time since we started this market at Pepper Place. And I was thinking about everyone that had been involved down through the years. And, you know, and some have come and gone, but some are still there. You know, from the people that were like Cathy and like Frank. You know, one thing, you know, some of you may remember this, some of you may not, but I don't even know that we had the first market at Pepper Place, but it was being discussed. But Cathy and Frank came to me with this idea that we need to have a group of farmers and a group of chefs get together. So we met over at the Botanical Garden, and we had 7 chefs that were excited and interested that we were going to have a marketplace that they could buy fresh local food. And I was excited when I left that meeting. And on the way home, you know, I thought to myself, I said, you know, I just wonder how long this enthusiasm that from those chefs is going to last. And, you know, Frank, my hat's off to you. Kudos for sticking with it. You've never lost your zeal to support our local farmers and local food. Farmers, guys, you know, I get up and I go to work every day. The one thing that I go to work for is to help you make money. That's what what drives me. And, you know, it's a pleasure that, you know, that I've got advocates for what we're doing, like Frank, like Cathy, like Lee, like Hannah, Lisa. You know, we've got a treasure with our market there at Pepper Place. And I'm sure that all of you as vendors know and understand that. A little bit, you know, you know, Pepper Place was modeled after the markets out in California. You know, they do tent markets out there. They're not brick and mortar type markets. They were successful. We've been successful. All of the other markets that has grown from this market phase down through the last 30 years, you know, we take and we size the Pepper Place market to that community. Pepper Place is our model. Everybody can't be a Pepper Place, but, and, you know, even as hard as we try, the key to a good market is 2 things. You got to have good management and you got to have good vendors. And if you've got those 2 things, you can have a good market. You've got that at Pepper Place, so thank you for everyone that's involved. A little bit about, I hope that all of you are participate in the Senior Farmers Market Nutrition Program. If you do not, I encourage you to. We have worked really hard and we have grown that program. We're now up to giving a $50 benefit. So we will have close to $3 million that we're going to give out to seniors this next year or this year. We need people signed up. We heard a lot of complaints from seniors last year whenever they go to the market with nobody there taking the benefit. So we need you to sign up. It's very easy. We're going to have a few in face-to-face meetings, but you can go online to our website at agi.alabama.gov/farmers market. That first page that's going to come up will be the application for the seniors to sign up to get a card. But there's a next button. If you click next, it'll take you over to where the farmers can sign up there. One thing that we are doing this year, we tried it last year and we had some issues with it, so I pulled it back and we ran some beta testing through the year, but we've got that worked out now, and we're going to implement the precise location for the app to work. So if you are at Pepper Place and you try to access the app, but you're saying that you're in Coleman, it will not work. It will only work within 1 mile of where you're actually located. So, and for it to work properly for you, what you've got to do is you've got to authorize your phone to do precise location when you're using that app. And we've got the videos already made showing how to do that on iPhones and Android phones. We've not got it posted on the website yet, but it will probably be posted this coming week. It will only pull up ever how many markets is in 1 mile of you. So that's going to help us keep track of where the money is being spent, where we're weak, where we lack coverage, trying to serve the seniors a little bit better, but at the same time help us utilize our funds. We had in excess of $500,000 in 2023 that was not spent. That's $500,000 that you as farmers did not put in your pockets. That hurts me. I want you all to get that money. Now, I know that Pepper Place is not a high market for our Senior Farmers Market redemption, but I'm talking to a lot of you farmers that you go to other markets that are. We're doing a lot of farm stands nowadays. If you've not asked us about approving your farm stand, please do that because we'll have to authorize that, or the app will not work at your farm stand. So we're trying to do some things and get everybody into this age of, just like this morning, we're doing a Zoom call, and that's an alternative to me. I like being face-to-face. Yes, we can better utilize our time, but this new age and new technology, it does not take the place of meeting folks face-to-face. I enjoy meeting with people. And so we're having to embrace the new technology, and that is electronic transactions at farmers markets. Some of you have really embraced that, doing debit and credit, the SNAP EBT. We are working with a couple of companies nationwide. I've been working, and I told these people for years, I said, we need one solution that will take the Senior Farmers Market card, the WIC Farmers Market card. It'll take debit, it'll take credit, it'll take SNAP. In other words, a farmer needs one device that he can take all of those payment options on it. And we're working with two entities that are building that out right now. They're in the testing phase. So, I don't know if we'll have those available in 2024, but I feel confident that we'll have something in 2025. So, if you got one device where you can accept all those payment options, I think it will speed your transactions at the market up, and you'll be able then to take whatever somebody comes with. And of course, we all want to take cash, but that's becoming a less and less of an option at markets these days. Trying to think. I don't know that I've got anything else to share with you all. I would love to answer questions if anybody's got a question of me.
You guys, if you have any quick questions, then you want to throw them out. I think we have Lisa and Hannah have so much important stuff to cover, and I don't want you to miss. It's very exciting. I don't want you to miss any of that. So if you know what, Don, we just thank you so much for being here. It is, and Frank too. I mean, it's so incredibly important to hear from our real leaders, our market ambassadors throughout our community, throughout our state, and we really thank you for your hard work. You guys take a good look at these folks, at Cathy and Frank and Don, Lisa and Hannah. You're just going to hear from in a minute, because all these folks, including me, are working really, really hard every day to make your year as successful, as happy, as productive as possible. And thank you, Don. Thank you, Frank, and thank you, Cathy. And I'm just going to go on to oh, here we are. All right, sorry. Can you guys see that? That's I'm just going to go on to our beautiful.
Hey, Leigh, I'd suggest people could put things in the chat too, if there are any questions, and we can get them answered.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm going to get to that.
Okay, sorry.
I'll just say that you guys, just briefly, that most of you know me. I'm the executive director of the market, and I'm gonna talk about the market and the plans we have for 2024 in a minute. You guys know Lisa and Hannah. I'll introduce the board later. I think on this call, Frank and Cathy and Valerie Thomas, Arlie and Jason Powell are, I saw them on the call, and you guys just know that these are our board members, and they're here to work really hard for you. The one thing I do want to say is, as I said, we're recording this meeting. I really want to encourage everybody to stay on mute when people are talking, because it gets hard to hear. And we're going to have questions at the end. So if you want to put them in the chat, we'll get to them in the chat later. We're going to get to everybody's questions. But again, and out of respect for you guys' time, and we got ice to salt and get through. So I'm just gonna, with that, I'm gonna pass it to Lisa Beasley and Hannah Henderson, who are the real masters of what makes the market happen every day. And I'm in charge of the slideshow, so I'm going to keep it up here, and they're going to kick it off. So Lisa and Hannah, you guys take it away.
Okay. Can everyone hear me all right? I'm not muted, am I?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Just want to make sure. So good morning, everybody. Thanks for joining us. I'm Lisa Beasley. I've been with the market starting my 16th year this month. So I'm really happy that we're all still here together. And just to remind everyone, the way Hannah and I divide everything up that we do, I oversee the vendor schedules, the temp placement, any of the market or vendor issues that we might have. I'll also try to keep up with everyone through email and text messaging. And so I send out your weekly reminders. And if you have any questions about your schedule or anything like that, or any issues that you're having at the market, you would contact me about that.
Hey guys, I'm Hannah Henderson. For those of you who don't know, I oversee our vendor financial accounts, including your temp fee payments and token reimbursements. I also oversee the market website development and content, as well as our social media.
Excuse me, Hannah, did you just take over the thing?
I did not. I'm not sure what's
Just
going
went
on.
a little crazy.
The PowerPoint's out of control.
Wow. Okay, that was a little
Okay.
crazy.
Oh,
There we
that's
go.
crazy.
Sorry. Okay.
Right,
So
there we
Hannah, you
go.
just tell me I'm not going to touch anything. There
No,
was a
that's fine.
gremlin.
Lee, you can
Okay.
leave it there for right now. That's
Okay.
fine.
Yeah.
The only other thing I wanted to say quickly is many of you will, when you come in on Saturday morning, you're in the big parking lot. You'll be checked in again this year by Katie. So all of you look for her. She'll be watching for you on Saturday morning. And then Cedric will be back with us. He will be working with us in the info tent. So if you turn in tokens or anything like that, or you're looking for me or whatever, and you go to the info tent, you'll see Cedric there.
The last thing I want to mention is Quint Craig, who all of you should know by now. Just a reminder that he is very much part of our team, and he oversees the tent setup and his crew as well. So be sure to say hello to him when you see him on Saturday mornings. Lee, you can click to the next slide. Again, we have another meeting after this. So there's a few of these things that don't apply to you guys as farmers. The cancellation policy. So most of you have contacted me about this because you caught how it's written in the vendor handbook. It does specifically say when any artisan or food producer cancels, and there's the $40 cancellation fee. I wrote this way on purpose. As a farmer or rancher, this does not apply to you. So we just appreciate you guys so much. We are here for you. And so, yeah, cancellation policy, just ignore that. Lee, you can click to the next slide. And again, this is the cancellation policy. I will reference this screenshot that you're seeing on your screen. This is what, as you guys know, your Manage My Market account looks like. Should you ever need to withdraw a date or would like to add a date to your schedule, just remember this is where you go to do that. Lee, you can click to the next one. Again, this is what your schedule looks like. You can click to the next slide. So late arrival policy, again, this doesn't apply to you guys as farmers. We appreciate your consistent communication. Y'all are great about calling Lisa, texting her whenever y'all have a change in your schedule. So thank you for that. Lee, you can click to the next one. Okay. Did you need to say anything, Lisa, before I move on to the fee portion?
No, go ahead.
Okay, so vendor fees. This is the biggest change, as I've included in a few of my emails to you guys. So as far as your rate goes, it remains the same, $55 per tent per market day. The thing that's changed is how you pay. So I'm really excited for this because I hope this just helps y'all feel such relief because invoices are now officially gone. And so the way that your tent fee will be paid is each Saturday morning that you're there, the card you have on file on your Manage My Market account will be charged. So this was all stated in the vendor handbook. I'm referencing that on the slide, as you can see. You are emailed a receipt for that payment right away. It's also available when you log into your Manage My Market account in the financial section. So you have access to all your payments and token credits and things like that, which we'll go over later. So no more invoices. Your card is charged. Pretty simple. One less thing that you have to worry about. This means I will say that a few of y'all who've been here since the very beginning, I know over the years, there have been some times when you may have paid for the season up front or paid monthly or something like that. Because of this new system with no more invoicing, everyone is set to be charged weekly. If you have any questions or concerns about that, please call me and we'll discuss it. But at this time, everyone is set to be charged weekly. Again, the no call, no show fee, that doesn't really apply to you guys. Thank you again for communicating with us and letting us know when you need to cancel a day. Lee, you can click to the next slide.
Okay, so we're going to look at these tokens that we use, especially for those of you who may have joined us in mid-year last year, might be somewhat familiar with them, but maybe not very clear. We use 3 different tokens at the market. we use a market dollar token that are very large wooden tokens that are $1 in value. All vendors can accept these market dollar tokens. They are the market's version of a gift card. We do not give change back from these, so keep that in mind when someone spends them with you. Don't give them back change. And these market dollar tokens are collected at the end of the market and recorded under your farm name. The other tokens we take are SNAP, EBT. We administer SNAP and double up food bucks at the market. SNAP is what used to be called food stamps, and the double up food bucks are a matching program that we have a grant from Auburn for. People who are on SNAP will bring their SNAP debit card to the info tent, and we'll swipe it in any amount they want to spend. And so we'll give them, say, $20 in SNAP, and then we'll give them $20 in matching bucks. And so the farmers can take these, but you just will have to pay attention to what they look like. First of all, make sure that they have our logo on them and they're not from another farmer's market, because other farmers market use wooden tokens as well. So always make sure that they have our logo on them. And secondly, the picture you're seeing here is black ink printed on the tokens, or green. And so the black ones can be used for fruits and vegetables, but they can also be used for meat and cheese and bread and that sort of thing. So grocery items, but no single serve items. The green ink tokens, which are the double up food bucks, they can be spent with farmers only. So you're going to be the only ones who get these green ink ones, and those can be used for fruit and vegetables. But the green ink ones cannot be spent on jams or jellies. The black ink ones can, but the green ones for only fruits and vegetables. Again, these tokens are collected at the end of the market by me or Katie or Cedric. Or you're, if it's 11:30 or whatever, and you want to go ahead and turn them in, you're welcome to bring them to the info tent. They are recorded under your farm name, and Hannah will explain to you how we reimburse you for those. Just a reminder that if somebody presents something to you and it doesn't look familiar and you're not sure what it is, don't take it. Just don't take it. So just, ask me about it later, and we'll figure out what it is. But if you're unsure, don't take it. And remember, the senior nutrition program does not come through the info tent. It is a transaction between you and the customer directly.
Okay, so how do you receive reimbursements for these tokens? Like Lisa just said, they're collected and recorded at the end of each market. When the market's over, I'll credit your Manage My Market account with the information. So you will always have a log with all details for any transaction. So that, like I said, that includes your tent fee as well as the tokens that you submit. So you'll be able to see how many green you submitted, how many black you submitted. Your card on file on your Manage My Market account will also be credited with the dollar amount as well. So this is the other thing that's changed. For those of you who have been here for a while, you'll remember that these reimbursements used to come to you as a check, and they were always backdated. We did them a month at a time. So now we're doing them each week. So everything will be current, no more checks, thank goodness. Again, I hope that this is a huge relief for y'all and easier to manage. So at the end of the season, you're able to log into Manage My Market, and this record keeping should help your record keeping. So I hope that you guys find it easy to navigate. Leigh, you can click to the next slide. Okay, you can click again if you want. We should be.
Okay. Yeah, so we're going to just look at just the week of the market operations. As many of you already know, I send out an email on Tuesday that reminds you that I'm expecting you this Saturday. If you aren't sure if if it's early in the season or we're transitioning between seasons and you're not sure if you'll be able to join us, just, email me or text me or call me. When you get that Tuesday email, that reminds you that I'm expecting you, and you don't have enough to bring yet, and you're going to need another week or two, then just be sure and get in touch with me and let me know so that I won't have your tent waiting for you and you're not going to come. So just let me know about that. That weekly email reminder has everything in it that I think that you need to know. So I would ask you to please open it and read it. I know some of you just see it come in and you just know that, oh, Lisa's expecting me. You don't read it. But I'm asking you to please read it. And for a couple of reasons. One is, if we've got a special event scheduled, like Pumpkin Day or Tomato Day or something like that, that you might want to know about, is going to be in that email. Also, if there's a weather issue, I'm going to mention that in the email, and I want you to know about it. We live in different parts of the state, and so what's going on in Birmingham may not be going on in Mentone. So just make sure that you open that email and read it, because I will have things in there that I think are important for you to know. It's just a way for me to stay in touch with you. And I can tell if you don't read it. With Manage My Market, we can see who receives the email, and we can even see who opens it and reads it. So please make sure that you do so. And also make sure that if you're sending a worker to work for you on Saturday, make sure their email address is in your Manage My Market account so that they can also receive the email. I can tell when your worker doesn't get that information, because they arrive at the market and they're confused and they don't know where to go or what to do. The other reason I really want you to open that email is because we've got construction going on at Pepper Place. 2nd Avenue South is getting new sidewalks and new drainage systems. So we really need for you guys to be up to date on any road closures or detours or anything like that. And that information is not necessarily made to the public, but it is being made to us. And that information will be in the email that I send you on Tuesday. So please just make sure that everyone who needs to get this email is included on your Manage My Market account, so that email can get to them as well.
Just a quick reminder, I know that this has been on the screen this whole time, but we do work every Saturday, whether you see us or not. We do work just like you guys do. For us, this means that we are off on Sunday and Monday. I know here I have email is the best way to communicate with us, but again, as farmers, please call us, please text us, however works best for you, is fine with us. Leigh, you can go to the next slide. Oh yeah, you can stay there.
And before you start, Hannah, can I just say, just kind of keep your questions in your head for a minute, and when we get through with this, we'll answer any questions that you may have.
No, that's all for me. You can go ahead.
Okay, so on market day, we're on the day of market, when we're all there together. A lot of times you will, I will come by and see you guys. I try to check in with all of you and see how things are going, make sure everything's okay. And a lot of times you will mention to me that you're going to not be there next week, or you're not going to be there next month or whatever. Just a reminder that I'm probably not going to remember that, because I talk to so many people. So please make sure that you text or email me if you need to miss a Saturday or anything like that. And I just want to make sure that I don't forget something as important as that. So please make sure that you text me or email me that information. The other thing is, if there are any issues at the market on Saturday, like a dog accident or a broken glass, or there's a panhandler bothering people, or somebody falls, please make sure and call me right away and let me handle that situation. My phone number should be in all of your phones. My phone number is always on the bottom of the emails that I send you. So please make sure you have my number. And please make sure that your workers also have my number. And all you got to do is call me. And Quentin and I will take care of whatever's going on. Also, if you have a special request for a particular Saturday, all of you know that you're in the same place every week and you're familiar with where you're set up already, but sometimes things change and you might need a special accommodation. Just let me know. And if there's anything I can do to help you out, I will. And so those are just the kind of things that I really want you to be sure and communicate with me. The other thing is on Saturday, if there's something that you need like to miss, or you want an extra tent for a special day, sometimes quite often you'll mention that to Leigh or to Quentin or even Hannah. You may even go by the info tent and tell Cedric or Katie. And I'm asking you not to do that. Please just, if you've got a special request or need, or you're going to be missing a Saturday, please just email me or text me because I just need to know that information.
Leigh, if you can click to the next slide. So this right here, again, this is what you guys see when you log into your Manager Market account. I'm just bringing this up as a reminder that this is what you have access to. So like Lisa was saying about the dates, for those of you who are comfortable with using like online programs like this or whatever, you have the ability to go into your dates section and cancel dates there. If you do, we are notified of that. Every change that you make to your market files there, we are always notified. So just wanted to remind you guys that that's available to you as well. And then Leigh, you can change the slide again. Okay. So I think now we're going to talk about loading in and loading up.
Yeah, so I mean, I think this is not so much an issue for you guys. You guys are always there early. And most of you all park behind your tent. So, you know, I think it's not as much an issue for farmers as it is for some of our other vendors. I would ask you to just, you know, remember to be patient and kind to the staff and the crew there at the market and to each other. If you see someone that needs help, I know you guys are really good about lending a helping hand. And also, if you've got maybe a worker that might be joining you in their personal car, please ask them to use vendor parking. And that vendor parking is always included in the Tuesday email. It's on 28th Street. And it's set aside for all the vendors. So if you've got workers, make sure that they know where to park.
Okay, Leigh, you can click to the next one. This is just a recap again. We don't have to go over this. Leigh, you can click. Okay, so this here is showing what your dates look like again on Manager Market when you open it up. For those of you who are not approved to come every time that you requested, when you log in now, you will see the word pending. I have that circled on the screen. Previously, your dates either said approved or denied or declined. I've since gone in to change any declined dates to say pending. Pending means call list. So if you see the word pending next to a date that you weren't approved for whatever reason, this is confirmation that you are on our call list. If space is available, we will contact you for approval for that day. So if you see the word approved, that means we've got a spot saved for you. We are expecting you. If you see pending, you're not approved just yet, you're on the call list. So I just wanted to address that. That only applies to some of you guys. Leigh, you can go to the next slide. Oh,
Yeah,
go back.
Yeah, so
Can you go back, Leigh? Can you go back,
yes.
back one slide, Leigh?
Yeah, so this is just about music. You know, it's okay to play music in your tent while you're unloading early in the morning. If you guys want to do that, that's cool, that's fine. But we have had some folks playing, you know, their Spotify or Pandora in their tent, and we just ask you guys not to do that because we do have paid musicians that come every week. So next slide, Leigh. And just a couple of reminders. Again, you guys probably already know this, but no smoking or vaping on site. And we don't allow panhandling or anything like that. If you see it, just let me know. And then let's see, I was just, you know that we have a 10 by 10 tent, and Hannah's gonna, we did have, we have had some people show up at the market fighting or, causing trouble. And if you see something like that, just please let me know. Again, we have a security guard, and me and the security guard will handle it.
So this slide here, the screenshot that you're seeing is market policies, which is going to be available on our website. I just wanted to reference that so y'all know that it's there. So if customers say something or whatever, you have that in your back pocket to refer to if needed. But again, like Lisa said, call us right away if there's any issues. Leigh, you can change to the next slide.
Okay, so Saturday mornings, you guys are really great about coming early. We never have a problem, but we do know that some of you live quite far away, and you have to, you come in on the interstate and you may have a flat tire, or there may be a wreck and you have to, sit in traffic for a while. And so please remember to text me on Saturday morning and let me know if you're going to be later than 6:15. It does happen. And that's fine. We understand, as long as I know, because if it's 7 o'clock and you're not there, I'm going to take your tent down. So if you're running late because of an issue, all you got to do is call me or text me and let me know. When you do text me, make sure that you include your farm name, and that way I'll know to watch out for you and help you get into the parking lot when you arrive. That's not a problem. I just need to know.
Okay, so day of market, it's 7 a.m. thereabout. This is when, like I said earlier, I'm going to charge your account for your tent fee amount if you're there. If a card is declined, I know that this is going to happen, y'all. It'll be because the card is expired and you just forgot to update it, maybe insufficient funds, or perhaps your bank has put a hold on your account for security reasons or something. If this happens, just know that I will come to your tent and speak with you. If you send workers, then most likely I will probably call you directly or text you just to let you know. I am asking that you please be prepared to log in on Saturday during the market to make that update if you can, so that way I can charge your account again before you leave, just to keep everything up to date. Leigh, you can click to the next slide.
Yeah, so Saturday morning, when we are all busy, and there's a lot going on Saturday. So you'll hear a bell ring at 12 o'clock, which signals the end of the market. And we ask that you stop selling right at 12. One of the things that I did want to remind you of is a lot of you bring boxes because you sell jams and jellies or pickles, things like that. Please don't leave those empty boxes in your tent. We kind of had an issue with it last year, and our crew really has a hard time disposing of those and just managing all of the empty boxes that are left behind, not just by you, but by lots of other people. So I am requiring that everyone this year pack up and take your empty boxes with you. So before you get in your truck and drive away, just look around your tent and make sure that you haven't left anything. You haven't left your sign or garbage or your empty boxes behind. Make sure you pack those back out with you. Hannah and I, we don't have an office down at Pepper Place. We have very limited storage. And so we just really don't, if you leave tablecloths and signs and things like that behind, we have a really hard time knowing how to keep that for you until the next Saturday. So just make sure that you pack everything out with you when you go.
Okay, Leigh, you can click to the next slide. Just a reminder, token reimbursement, as I said earlier, that's done at the end of the market each week. The last thing is gleaning. So most all of you know about this. The pictures you're seeing, those are photos of a booklet that's available on our website showing each year's totals and things like that, because that's very important. Lisa, if you want to speak on that really quickly.
Yeah, I mean, gleaning is something we've done since 2013. And, the folks come around, they make it as easy as possible for you. If you're not participating in that as a farmer, we would encourage you to do so. They'll bring a bag around, and anything that is not sellable, you can just put it in the bag, and then they will come around and collect it when the market's over. And they will weigh it and register it. And then at the end of the year, they'll send you a letter showing your donations in pounds for the whole year. And so they'll be back again this year. They usually glean between May and October. So look for those guys again this year.
Okay, Leigh, you can click to the last slide. So quickly, this is our social media summary. These numbers reflect totals for the 2023 year. We have Facebook and Instagram. I'm showing you these just as encouragement. Hopefully this gets everyone excited for a new year. The biggest thing about these numbers that I would like to share is that there is no paid advertisement for our social media. This is important to note because it's 100% organic. So in other words, people are naturally interested in what you're doing. We're not forcing it in front of them. They are seeking out information about what we're doing, what you're doing at the market. And so I hope this is encouraging as we begin a new year. Quickly, for those of you who don't have a screen to see, the market reach in 2023 was 5 million people. This is the number of people who viewed our content. 10 million times was the number of times our content was viewed on Facebook and Instagram. We have approximately around 103,000 total followers between the two accounts. So yeah, all positive. We're really excited. The last thing, very, very quickly, Leigh, if you can just go to that special link that I gave you. We're going to shift gears off the PowerPoint now for those of you who can't see. I will just talk while she's pulling that up. So manage my market. When you go to your dates section, you may have noticed that there is a number next to your scheduled dates. So that number is a tent number. The one thing I want you guys to know is that we do, for the first time ever, have a map with tent numbers for your customers. The map was created for your customers so that when the market opens at 7 a.m. on Saturday, they can see exactly where you are and connect with you easier and better. This map was created for them, not for you. And I say that because now as a farmer, you guys are in the same spot basically every time that you come. It's not an issue. Just please remember to always check in with Katie or Cheryl when you arrive, just so that everything flows much easier. In other words, don't look at this map and assume that you know where you're going. Sometimes on Friday night, cancellations are made and we're having to move things around at 5:30 a.m. on Saturday. So this map might not be accurate when you look at it. The map is updated by me. It's not an automated thing. So just know that when it's 7 a.m. on Saturday, whatever updates, last minute updates needed to be made will have been made for your customer. I hope that makes sense. We're trying to really hurry. Leigh, are you able to access that? I just wanted to show you guys what it looks like. And I'll just go ahead and...
Hannah, I'm so sorry. I don't actually know what link you're talking about. I mean, I don't know where to find that link.
I texted you. It's the /maybe. So, and I'm saying special link because this website is not yet live. If not, that's okay. I'll just talk you guys through it. So the main thing is this map, and there's a few other places in our website where your profile is viewed, but this map shows the vendor list, shows your location, and it also shows your profile. Your profile is on your Manage My Market account. It is not your market application. It is your actual profile. So everyone will be able to see. I just want to, okay, Leigh, if you go to the top, please. So this is our new website. Again, not yet live. Click on the map link at the top there. So quickly, so this is the map. I know it's a lot to digest. It's brand new. So it's interactive in that you can click on the blue tents that are highlighted, and you'll see to the left-hand side, that's the vendor who's scheduled to go there. And you see Tay, she just clicked on, that's their profile. Lee, you can just kind of click around. So you see that, you guys should all know what you're seeing there. That's your Manage by Market profile. Make sure it's up to date. Make sure it says whatever you want people to see, because this is going to be available to the public in just a couple of days when this goes live. If you need help with that, please email me. I'm happy to help. But again, this is accessible to you through your Manage by Market account. And your profile is available, is viewable in a few other different places on our website as well. And so again, that's why we're here, to connect people with you easier, better, to help you make money. So so that's all I've got for now. I'm not exactly sure when the website's going to go live, but it should be within the next day or two. My recommendation is, 2 to 3 sentences, about who you are would be great. It doesn't have to be anything, anything huge. So that's all I've got, Leigh, if you want to take it away.
Great. Okay. Now hang on. I have to see where I'm going here. Boy, sorry about that. Confusing to me. Okay. Oh, bloody hell. Let's just go back to, I'm going to stop the share because I need to start this again. Okay. All right, you guys. So, you know what, does anybody, I don't want to get too far into questions, but does anybody have any quick questions for Lisa and Hannah before I talk about the market, what's coming up in 2024? Do you guys, does anybody, if you do, you can just unmute and ask your question. If anybody does, I'm not seeing questions. That's good. You guys are very an educated group. Now what I have to do, oh God, am I gonna find this again? Oh dear. All right. Let me just tell you that I'm just going to say briefly that we are, this is, as Cathy said, this is our 24th year and the beginning of our 25th season for the Market at Pepper Place. Just a few things I think most of you know, but for any of you who are new, just a reminder that we are a 501c3 nonprofit. We are not set up to make money. We don't, we're our tent fees, and it's really sponsorships and grants that help us operate. And when you see sponsors' names around places, they're helping us, they're helping us run. Without their support, we just couldn't really do anything. Can you guys see the slide now? Are you looking at the slide? Because I am.
Yes.
Okay, great. Okay. And we're year round. We're maintaining about 85 tents per week, during the big season. As Hannah said, we have a huge social following, so you guys utilize that. We do snap and double bucks, and we have, our market's been studied. We make a really big impact on the economic, we contribute to the Birmingham metro economy in a really, really big way. People know that. It's really important. We appreciate you, and just know when you're showing up, that you're participating in something really big that is helping our community and people. That's, it's a kind of a great relationship that happens between the community and you guys. And that's, that's why we work together. And that's kind of the beauty of the market. We, as I said, we have lots of sponsors and partners that are really important. We rely on everybody showing up with smiles and happiness and hard work, and we do our part. We know that you guys do your part. We really appreciate that a lot. We had a big year. I encourage you to look at the 2023 Market Annual Report, which you can find on our website. We had a lot of brand new things this year. I think one of the biggest ones was the Food Plus Culture Fest, which you guys, I'm sure you saw some of that. If you read about it, we were literally just voted #3 best new festival in the United States and the, USA. So, and this is a Birmingham thing. It was possible and fabulous because of the market's participation in that. So just know that, be proud of that, share that with your, with your shoppers. And there's I think that Jeepers, there's so much coming in 2024 that is new. We're gonna do a new really bigger Earth Day celebration over 2 different Saturdays. There's an organization called Main Street Now, which is having their annual conference in Birmingham this year. It's a really big deal. They're coming to Pepper Place. They're so excited about using Pepper Place as a model for other cities, how to revitalize neighborhoods, how to actually improve food access, improve food equity, bring neighborhoods to life. And we do that really well. You'll look for, this is Lisa's working her magic, and she's going to get James Spann to come and do a special weather day at the market in the spring. We'll have a lot of other things. The Food Plus Culture Festival is going to be in September this year. So it's going to be bigger and earlier, which I think will be helpful because more of you guys will be there. The other kind of big one that you're going to hear more about, you've already seen the survey about, is we are launching what we're calling a Greener Market Sustainability Initiative. Our goal is to eliminate plastic from the market by 2025. And we have a plan that is starting, it's incremental. It doesn't have to happen right away, but you've already seen some discussion about that. I mean, if you use plastic bags or you use any types of materials farmers don't do it so much, but the plastic bags, yes. Any materials that are not compostable, we're going to work on helping you find solutions to replace in this first year. And then hopefully by the end of next year, plastic will be gone. And, then we'll be doing our part, which is what markets do. That's pretty much all I have for you guys. Does anybody have any more questions? Look, it's 8:30. That's great. Does anybody have any more questions for me or Lisa or Hannah or Don or Frank or Cathy or anybody? You guys, again, we just thank you so much for your participation. I hate that we didn't get to have coffee and croissant together at Back 40. We're going to actually try to organize an in-person gathering maybe in the spring. I mean, there's so much happening with the Year of Alabama Food, as Cathy hinted at, and which hasn't been officially announced, but will be soon. And and the beginning of our 25th anniversary, which is a big deal. And which, I mean, just to say one more time, this market would not be what it is if it were not for you. You guys are our farmers and ranchers and flower growers and honey collectors. You guys are really, the soul of our market. Your participation has really been transformative for our city, for every aspect of it. And we are just eternally grateful. That's, it's because of you that we operate and work really hard every day. So I thank you for that. And I would say with that, there'll be a recording of this meeting that we're going to post on YouTube. If there's anything you want to go back to, you're welcome to stay for the next meeting, which is going to be 9 to 10:30, specifically for food producers and artisans. And if that'll be posted as well. So you're most welcome to stay and listen or watch later. And we just send you all the love in the world. We hope that you stay warm and protect your crops, because we can't wait to spend all of our money on them when we see you starting next week when the market opens next Saturday. So
Lee, hey, it's Lisa. We did have a question about someone wants us to elaborate on the green initiative, bulk purchasing green bags as a market. We're looking at stuff like that. We'll email you guys out more information as we kind of get this all crafted together.
I think and just the understanding is that you can't retrain people. You can't, I mean, customers and everybody, it's a gradual process where our goal is to make this a successful operation. We want to be a model for other markets and businesses across the state. And our intention is to implement this program in the best best way possible. So
yeah, and I would say if any of you are already buying decompostable thank you bags, if you would email me where you order them from and what they are, so that I could share it with others, that would be great.
that's right. Okay. I'm looking over here. Is there anything else? Blah, blah, blah. I think that's it. Okay. You guys, thank you very much. I'm gonna let you go now. I mean, you can stay on, but I'm gonna end this meeting for right now. And I wish you guys a happy morning. Happy January, happy 2024. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. So we'll see you guys soon.